Somewhere this evening, a fellow who just followed 4 tequila shots with a half a pack of cigarettes and a plate of deep fried nachos is going to watch you blend a simple spoon of white powder into a glass of water and ask if you are the one who should be worried about your kidneys. That powder is created. It's the most researched, most reliable, most unfairly judged supplement on the planet. And it still gets you integrated on family barbecues like you're hiding something illegal. Today that ends. No more $80 bags of powdered moon rocks. No more misleading fitness science. Just a straight answer on how creatine actually works. Why your doctor might be reading your blood test wrong, and why I up my own daily dose for reasons that have nothing to do with the gym. This is the Lab Rat Life, the show where we talk fitness, nutrition, and the human body very seriously, and refuse to take ourselves seriously. So let's dive in. For 20 years, the supplement industry has run the same trick on you. Complexity is what sells. A molecule that's cheap, boring, and backed by decades of solid research is hard to charge you $8 a month for. So companies bury the one ingredient that actually works inside a murky blend of proprietary formulas, bright dyes, and clinically inspired fairy dust just to justify the price tag. Meanwhile, plain creatine gets treated like a secret steroid. Let's kill 3 myths right now before we get into any good stuff. It will ruin your kidney. Wrong. You need a loading phase chased with warm grape juice. Wrong. It's only for gym guys who grunts in public. Completely wrong. Let's look at the actual biology. No BS. What creatine actually is. Creatine isn't a synthetic, it's not a hormone. It didn't come out of some shady lab. It was first isolated in 1832 by a French chemist who found it sitting in meat. The name literally comes from krias, the Greek word for meat. But here what matters. Your body runs on a tiny rechargeable battery called ATP. Every time you lift something heavy, sprint for a bus, or try explaining basic knowledge or basic logic to a stranger online, that battery drains. It lasts about 2 or 3 seconds before it's dead. A dead battery means muscle failure. It also means brain fog. Creatine is your external power bank. The second your main battery dies, creatine steps in and recharges it instantly. That's the whole mechanism. It doesn't build muscle out of thin air, it just buys you 2 more reps. And those 2 more reps are the signal that tells your body adapt, grow, and get stronger. Now, the kidney scare. This confuses doctors and barbecue uncles alike for one dumb reason, a spelling mistake. Creatine, the thing you drink, versus creatinine, the waste product it leaves behind. When your muscles burn energy, they naturally produces creatinine as a byproduct. Your kidneys filter it out. So if a doctor runs a blood test on someone who's most inactive and sees high creatinine, that's a real red flag in a sedentary body. Waste buildup usually means the filter isn't working. But if you lift weights and take creatine consistently, your body is running like a high performance engine. More muscles, more stored energy, more natural waste output. So your blood test comes back high. Not because your kidneys are failing, but because you're driving a Ferrari instead of a Corolla. Across decades of research on healthy adults, there is no evidence of kidney or liver damage from standard dosing. Unless you already have pre existing kidney conditions and your doctor has specifically instructed you to limit protein or amino compounds, you are fine. The loading phase scam. Remember the old advice 20 grams a day for a week mixed with grape juice, cycle off every 2 months. I hope you have heard it somewhere. That was never about your biology. It was about research funding. University studies get funded for few weeks at a time. So scientists megadose their subject to saturate their muscle fat, publish, and move on before the money ran out. Nobody actually needs to do that. No grape juice, no cycling, no tolerance buildup. Just buy the cheapest simple form there is. Creatine micronized monohydrate. Take one 5 gram scoop with water every day. And in 3 or 4 weeks, your cellular battery is charged. Now, the part nobody talks about, and the real reason I upped my own dosage. Creatine isn't just a gym supplement, it might be one of the most effective, most affordable cognitive tool available right now. Your brain is about 2% of your body weight. It burns 20% of your daily energy, same ATP battery system as your biceps. But there's a catch. Your skeletal muscles are energy hungry. A normal 5-gram scoop gets soaked up by your muscles before much of it ever reaches your brain. To actually reach brain tissue, creatine has to cross the blood brain barrier, a gatekeeper that lets almost nothing through. Some emerging research suggests that fully saturating brain tissue takes higher daily saturation closer to 10 grams a day. When you do that, creatine acts as a cognitive safety net. Recent studies out of Germany found that under sleep deprivation, mental fatigue, or heavy stress, higher creatine availability helped preserve shorter memory, reaction time, and processing speed. It slows the mental crash when you are running on empty. That's why I run 10 grams a day now. But pay attention. Don't take all 10 on an empty stomach unless you enjoy a rough morning. I split it as 5 grams with breakfast, 5 grams later in the day. Since I started at 4 p.m., mental fog is basically gone. So here's your zero fluff plan. Stop taking medical advices from the guy setting his own liver on fire at the barbecue. Step 2. Buy plain unflavored creatine monohydrate. If it's over $20 or $30 a tub, you're paying for the brand, not science, or not the product. And step 3, for the gym, 5 grams a day, mix it with whatever you like, indefinitely, no cycling. Step 4, for your brain, sleep deprivation, mental endurance, stress, all of these, bump it to 10 grams, split it across 2 meals. That's the entire secret. The industry buries it behind fancy labels because there is no profit margin in telling you to buy cheap white powder and take it every day. This is the Lab Rat Life. If you learned something today and hopefully understood it, hit the subscribe button and drop a comment below of what topic should I focus on next. We'll see you in the next deep dive. Bye.